You can play with that.
I do think you'd be able to read them.
Hey everybody, welcome to our very first Taste of Home from Home virtual gala, sponsored by Cameron Homes. I'm Julie Van Rosendahl. I'm super excited to be here at the Ronald McDonald House, Alberta in Calgary, taking you through this evening. It's the first gala we've done with everybody in their homes, hopefully in their pajamas, or at least your stretchy pants, since, you know, you're at home, although if you want to get dressed up, you could get dressed up at home. And I know a lot of you are enjoying these fantastic meals from our partner restaurants. I'm actually seeing the comments coming up on the screen behind the camera, and everyone's raving about their meals. We just had a great chicken dinner from Hawthorne, and we have dessert coming later, I hear. So I'm glad you're all enjoying your meals. What a year 2020 has been. So many agencies and organizations have had to pivot and come up with new fundraising strategies, new ways to engage their supporters. And so I'm really glad that you're all here tonight, celebrating with us, eating with us, and learning a bit. We invite you to use the little blue button with the plus sign in the bottom right hand of your screen if you want to interact, if you have questions, if you have comments, if you want to chat. And yeah, we're gonna learn a lot about what's happening here at Ronald McDonald House Charities Alberta, and we're glad that you're joining us. So a few housekeeping notes before we get started. We have a silent auction going tonight. You each received a postcard with your meal. On there, you'll find a QR code for Givergy, which is a silent auction platform sponsored by Prairie Sky Royalty. So the online auction closes at 9 p.m. This is an opportunity to get a head start on your holiday shopping. It's that time. Raffle tickets are also available on Givergy under Taste of Home Test, or you can scan the QR code on your screen. First prize is a WestJet flight, a voucher for 2 anywhere WestJet flies. So once we can fly again, you can fly wherever you've been dreaming of going with his and hers matching luggage. Second prize is a Paris Jewelers 10K diamond pendant and matching diamond earrings, plus an assortment of wine. Also extremely awesome. And at the end of the program, there will be an opportunity to make a pledge in support of our families. So we ask you to please stay with us till the end. A few other technical notes. If you're on social media, we'd love if you shared your experience with us on any social media platform. Just use the hashtag TasteOfHomeAB. You could also see what other people are eating, what other people are thinking by following that hashtag. To view the program tonight in full screen mode, you can press F11. And if you're having any issues with your platform, just try refreshing it. Refresh your web browser. We found that Google Chrome is a recommended browser. If you're having trouble, you may want to switch to Chrome if you have Chrome. Okay, so without further ado, let's get the evening started. So over 65% of Canadian families live outside a city with a children's hospital. As you know, the Ronald McDonald House offers families accommodation when they need to travel for their children's medical treatment, but accommodation only scratches the surface when it comes to what families rely on when they stay at the Ronald McDonald houses. So tonight we're going to give you a glimpse of that, beginning in the southern end of the province at the Calgary House with Cassie Campbell Pascal.
Well, I am taking you into the kitchen of the Ronald McDonald House Calgary, and you know, the kitchen in so many homes is like the heart and soul. This is the place where everyone kind of gathers, and it's no different here than at home than at the Ronald McDonald House. You know, the kitchen is kind of one of those communal places where families can come together after a long day at the hospital with their sick child and kind of share their stories and kind of gather and kind of find a healthy meal. So we have the Home for Dinner program, and it has been greatly impacted this year because of COVID-19. And the Home for Dinner program is a great program because volunteers would normally come in and cook these nutritious meals for the Ronald McDonald House families that are staying here. And one thing that the families tell us about these meals and why they're so important is because they're nutritional, which is key for their families so that they can make healthy decisions. But it allows them the gift of time, right? It allows the families to come home after a long day at the hospital, have a meal already prepared for them. It allows them the gift of time. If you would like to help, you can be a hero from home. So here are 2 ways that you can help. Go and get a commercially prepared meal to feed all the families at the house nearest you. Or you can make a financial donation for the cost of the meals that will go towards our family. So those are the 2 ways that you can do it. So contribute tonight. Go through our online platform called Givergy. And now let's head over to Medicine Hat, where we can give you a sneak peek of one of our family suites.
Hello, my name is Carly Pancato, and I'm the owner-operator of the McDonald's restaurants here in Medicine Hat. I am very proud to be able to show you our brand new and beautiful family suite at our local Ronald McDonald House right here in Medicine Hat. Family suites are perhaps the most important part of a family's stay at a Ronald McDonald House. They provide a private space for families to rest, relax, and recharge while being just steps away from their child at the hospital. Ronald McDonald House has 79 family suites across the province, and last year alone, about 1,200 families stayed at a Ronald McDonald House. Families can stay as long as needed and are only asked to pay $10 a night. However, will never be turned away if they're unable to cover that cost. Every family is gifted a handmade quilt upon arrival that they can cherish forever or use as a keepsake to remember their time at the Ronald McDonald House. Thank you for your support tonight. Please consider making a contribution to support RMHC Alberta families.
Wow, look at that Medicine Hat house. That is gorgeous. So Jason is joining us now. He is the CEO of Ronald McDonald House Charities Alberta, and he has mocktails for us. These are Matt Berry's mocktails, hey?
I brought some Clover Clubs, and they taste fantastic. I've already a little bit, Julie.
I'll be the judge of that. Ooh, oh, tasting like a pink bubbly drink. How fun is that?
Let's cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, now I have to drink again.
We've got this plexiglass screen between the 2 of us to keep everybody safe.
Exactly, but we can still hear each other. Let's talk about the kitchens in these houses. I mean, I'm always drawn to the kitchen. Kitchens are always the heart of the home, but they haven't been able to function in the way they usually do due to COVID-19.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. Back in March, we had to interrupt our usual program and make some changes because of the pandemic. And one of the first things to go was our Home for Dinner program. Mm-hmm. And that's when we've got volunteers from the community that come in to cook a home cooked meal, and they deliver it every day to the families that are staying at our houses. And it was really difficult to see that go, but we got an idea, an inspiration from one of our board members, and we created this program called Hero from Home, and we invited commercial kitchens from across the city to provide individually packaged meals to the Ronald McDonald House. And you won't believe this, Julie, thanks to the generosity of everybody in all the cities where we're located, we haven't missed dinner yet.
It's amazing. Our hospitality industry in Alberta is so strong, and Hawthorne provided meals for the whole house tonight, and we enjoyed it as well. So it's so great that they're stepping in and feeding the families who are staying here.
It really is, and I've got to give a shout out to McDonald's, our founding and forever partner. Mm-hmm. They backstop every one of our Home for Dinner meals, and so if there's a no-show or somebody gets something prevents them from getting into the house, we call up our friends at a local restaurant and they come in with chicken McNuggets and burgers. It's really quite amazing. And tonight here at the Calgary House, we received a very special gift from the DeLowry family. They provided a meal for everybody that's here tonight.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, 27 families in the house, and they've all been fed compliments of the DeLowrys. Thank you so much, guys.
Wow, thank you so much. We should mention too, we're speaking about the house, we're down in the teen room, which is an amazing room that's sort of in the basement of the house and away from the rest of the house. But such a great space for kids to gather with their parents or their siblings and play pinball. There's a pinball machine beside you. Play video games. There's a foosball machine. So yes, but the kitchen, as Cassie mentioned, if you would like to make a financial donation, that will help feed all the families who are spending time here right now.
You know, outside of providing accommodation, I think feeding families could arguably be the most important thing that we do. You know, nourishing minds and bodies leads to good decisions at the hospital and better health outcomes for kids.
Yeah, and it's not just dinner, right? Breakfast, lunch, snacks. We have to eat all the time, and it's just, it makes everyone healthy and feel cared for. So we're going to head north now to Edmonton and Red Deer for a peek into the houses and the programming that's happening there.
Hello, welcome to our house in Edmonton. My name is Gil, and I started my journey with Ronald McDonald House Charities as a volunteer shuttle driver. For the past 5 years, we've been moving families from Ronald McDonald House to the Stollery Children's Hospital, as well as the Royal Alec and other hospitals around the area. We have 2 shuttle vans that do run 365 days a year, 7 days a week. The vans start at 7 o'clock in the morning and run until 9 o'clock at night. We have about 35 shuttle drivers that do operate the shuttle program system that we have. One of the advantages of being a shuttle driver is being able to get to know some of the families. And the stories that you get are absolutely either amazing or heartbreaking or a combination of both. There was a little lady that had come in from Calgary who was coming in for a liver transplant. And I used to see her at 7 o'clock in the morning with her nana getting ready to go to the hospital to have her treatments done. And then you'd get in the van and you drive with her and they'd sit in the back seat and you'd be talking and just listening to this little girl discussing what her day is going to be like and the treatment that she's going to be going through. And then you'd pick her up in the afternoon and you bring her back to the house and you'd walk in and just see her just run into the house like nothing had ever happened. And she'd come in and she'd run into the back room, grab her princess dress, put on her tiara and start dancing and singing in our house. And she became our princess. The shuttle is so important as many of our families arrive in emergency situations and without a vehicle. Parking at the hospital is expensive. In 2019, the average length of stay was 17 nights. The shuttle service can save a family hundreds of dollars during their children's medical journey, and also a place where families can talk and offer support to each other. Thank you for your support tonight. We'd really appreciate if you'd consider giving a donation to support our families.
It's hard to describe just how much of an impact this house had on our family. We stayed here for 23 days, and it was 23 hard days. We had twins in the NICU, we had Kennedy who was a year old, and this house did everything for us. It's hard to decide what that means. Everything could be a snack, to having the toiletries you need at the moment you need them, but also other parts of it, like the people that greeted us every day before and after we left to the hospital when we came back. Some of the company we met here, some people that were also staying here, are still important in our lives. The house brings families together, but they also take care of every one of those little needs that you don't even know you need. We wouldn't have fed ourselves. We would have been busy back and forth to the hospital with the twins. And instead, we went down, we broke bread with other people, we sat down, ate. It was such an important role. It was like, I couldn't even begin to describe how important it was to us. You know, this room is super special. When we were staying here, there was a lot going on. We had a lot of things to worry about. But on our last day, when we got to leave with our beautiful twins, they let Kennedy and us go into this beautiful, magical room and pick out toys for everyone. And that little bit of spark of fun was insane. Kennedy loved it. We got so much joy out of the laughter and giggles from her, and it was amazing.
If you could give back to the house in any way tonight, we would really appreciate it. It means more to our family and others who are staying here at the time, and it just changes lives. So in any way, donations are always appreciated.
4, 3.
Thanks to the Sia family for showing us around. That magic room, Jason, looks like the best place ever. It must be a favorite destination for every kid in the house.
It certainly is, and it's a bit of a secret. When families first come to the house, they don't know that it exists, and then they get surprised at some point over the course of their stay. Little known fact about the Calgary house, the magic room that's here was invented during the design phase of this facility, and now magic rooms are part of the international design standards all around the world. And there's currently 360 houses out there. So we can thank that volunteer committee for the brilliance that they displayed when they came up with the magic room concept. And we invite families there for all kinds of different reasons. And siblings, of course, stay at the house regularly. And so often when they're young, they don't understand why all this attention is being showered on their brother or sister at the hospital next door. And so we can take them into the magic room to create a really special experience, to give them the lift that we know everybody in the family needs, but that certainly is a special space for the children.
That's amazing. So we're really seeing that Ronald McDonald houses aren't just a roof over their heads. It's transportation support, it's community, it's nourishment, it's comfort. It's so many things to so many people, and a home away from home when you can't be at home.
Yeah, you bet. And you know, one of the more significant burdens that families face when they have a sick or injured child is financial in nature. It's expensive to have a sick family member. And so many of us take for granted that we have a universal healthcare system, and yet there are expenses that pile up when your child is ill and they need to be treated at a hospital outside of your city. You can see here on the screen, folks, that we are able to create tremendous savings for families. And it was our friends at RBC that did all the deep digging on this. They determined that in Alberta last year, we saved families $6.5 million. That's things like transportation costs, parking, accommodation. You know, of course, there are no expenses like that at the Ronald McDonald House. And you know what? 6.5 million in savings, Julie, that is a conservative estimate because there's so much expense that isn't tracked by Statistics Canada, for example. So with the gifts that you're making tonight, so many ways that translates to economic benefit for families.
Yeah, I mean, emotional support and financial support, they're equally important. So let's talk about some ways that people can help tonight. We've got home for dinner, my personal favorite. You know, helping feed families every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
That's right. And there's really two ways that you can do it. You can help us arrange for a commercial kitchen to prepare food and have it brought into the house. Or you can make a financial donation to Ronald McDonald House Charity so that we can pay for a meal to come in from any restaurant within the city. Restaurants like the ones that are supporting us tonight through this program.
And that, you know, that has a dual benefit of supporting the restaurants as well, who are also struggling right now. We've got Nights of Comfort.
Yeah, you know, Nights of Comfort is what we provide. It's what we do every single day. And last year, there was nearly 24,000 Nights of Comfort provided to families here at the Ronald McDonald houses across our province. There were 1,200 people that stayed with us, families that came from over 200 communities in this province. And, you know, we do ask families to make a modest contribution of $10 a night. But of course, if, you know, that's not possible for them, then we'll take care of it for them. Please consider making a gift to support Nights of Comfort for families here at the Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah. Can we read some of these comments I'm seeing on the screen? Chef Lino at Sabora in Edmonton outdid themselves. All of our most favorite dishes, and they were outstanding. Oh, Lino Sabora, one of my favorite restaurants in Edmonton. So operations and programming, families, like we said, get so much more than accommodation. There's, you know, recreational programming. There's utilities. It's expensive to keep a house on and the lights on and the water running, right?
That's right. We got 4, you know, massive facilities that are operating here in the province, and they're always operating full. And, you know, you can make a gift that supports the delivery of programming, for example. I mean, wouldn't you love to get behind an arts and crafts program or pet therapy? You can also give to just simply keep the lights on at Ronald McDonald House. I mean, charities really struggle to cover those types of expenses because everybody wants to see a golden retriever sitting next to the couch with the child and see that smile on their face. But it's equally important to support utilities, as you mentioned earlier, because it takes an awful lot to keep these facilities up and running.
Must be a lot of laundry going through these houses.
Oh, you wouldn't believe how important laundry is. There's tens of thousands of loads that go through our machines every year. And that's in large part because some families are here for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, there's a few that'll come for 1 or 2 nights, but more often than not, they're staying for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Last year, our average length of stay at our houses, you know, ranged anywhere from 6 nights in Red Deer all the way upwards to 30 in Edmonton.
Really?
But get this, we had a family check out not too long ago that had been with us for over 500 days.
500 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
I can't imagine.
So thanks to everybody that's joined us tonight at Taste of Home and your generous donations. We're able to support people no matter how long or how short their stay is with the Ronald McDonald House.
So tell us about a house champion.
Well, a house champion is somebody that makes a really large gift. You know, if I'm being honest, it's somebody that shows generosity, unlike your average Albertan. And the house champions are people that we just can't do without at Ronald McDonald House Charities. We do see an awful lot of people giving at, you know, really modest levels, and we want to welcome every dollar because we need it. At the same time, though, if you can dig deep and you have the means to support us, you know, to the tune of 4 or 5 figures, you know, we're going to make sure that that money is put to good work supporting the moms and the dads, the kids, the families that are staying at Ronald McDonald House day in and day out.
Yeah. And we want to thank Rose from our presenting sponsor, Cameron Homes, who has just made a $5,000 donation.
Rose gave $5,000.
$5,000.
Rose, thank you so much. Not only has your company supported us, but you have individually. That really is amazing.
That's so amazing. So your best gift, well, House Champion would be most impactful. Like you said, we're appreciative of anything that comes our way, and it will be put towards wherever the need is greatest. Is that right?
You got it, Julie.
Yeah.
I mean, every little bit helps. You know, it costs us nearly $9 million to run this organization from one year to the next. And, you know, whether $5, $15, or $50,000, it all makes a difference. I mean, take a look at the smiling faces in that photo. That really is the result of the support that you're providing us, and we can't do it without you. So thank you for, you know, thinking about us and doing your best to support the families that we serve.
So great. So we're going to show you one last video tonight that really captures what a family experiences when they stay at Ronald McDonald House and the impact that staying at the house has on their day-to-day lives.
And who's in the hospital?
Nolan!
For us, we're from Saskatchewan, and we feel a long way from home. And when you come here, you feel like you're closer to home, and because you get to see people that actually care and take care of you in a time where you can't really give to other people. And when people give to you in your moment of crisis, it's extra special. And it's really encouraged me personally and us as a family, just of good people in this world.
It feels like a home to me. It's not like most hotels that you stay at.
Like most hotels, they just give you like breakfast and then the rest of the day you don't have any other meals, so you have to go out and buy other meals and stuff. But here, they give you like brunch and a dinner.
My daughter has Crohn's and she's having a major flare right now. So we came to this city about 2.5 weeks ago. She was admitted in the Lloyd Hospital. She had some fluids and we contacted the nurses at the pediatric unit. We were to come immediately. She needed a blood transfusion.
I don't even know how to explain. I would have drove myself crazy in a hotel. It's been so good, and everyone here is so nice, and they're just so willing to help you with anything. It's been really good for us.
Like there's bingo and there's craft time and there's been the Disney Princess is coming and that was huge. All of it. There's so much.
I enjoy my time here. When I play with my friends, I don't feel like leaving anymore because I got really close to people.
The Ronald McDonald House is more than a house, it's a home.
I didn't even wait. Oh, you started. You could wait either.
This cake is unbelievable.
This is one of my favorite desserts in Calgary. This is from Hawthorne. It's a 15-layer cinnamon toast crunch crepe cake that is outstanding. Last year when we were out and about, we went and sat by the fire in the Hawthorne room and ate crepe cakes. Oh, can we get like a super close-up of this? The layers on this I would share, but sorry, I can't share.
You know, Julie, it's only fair that we got to eat our dessert because I think a lot of the people that have joined us for Taste at Home tonight, they maybe already got through their meal and, great food. We have to indulge. We've got to get into that.
Exactly. So just a reminder, silent auction closes at 9 p.m. So down at the bottom, you can go hit the silent auction button. You can go to the Givergy website and make a donation or make a bid on some of the fantastic things we have on offer.
And look at that. Tonight, we've already got $5,200 raised, but come on, we can all do than that. And you're going to have an opportunity to not only give tonight, but for the next couple of days as well.
Yes.
And speaking of support and donations, we have a tremendous list of sponsors for this event. And of course, it wouldn't be possible without all of them. They've given generously, and we're so excited to have them joining us for tonight's event. We have organizations like BioWare, the Calgary Minor Football Charity Jamboree, Coca-Cola, More Investments, McDonald's Canada, Sangha Restaurants, Pembina Pipeline Corporations, Prairie Sky Royalty, and many, many others. Thank you so much for walking side by side with the Ronald McDonald House as we deal with this pandemic and we continue to deliver critical services to families with a child being treated at a hospital next door.
That's right. I'm seeing these bids pop on the screen. I wish I could get in there and make some bids. It looks like it's going fast and furious. So you have until 9 o'clock to get your bids in. We'd also like to thank our partner restaurants, all these restaurants that put together these meals for people to enjoy at home before or during this presentation. So in Calgary, the Beltliner, Comrie Block and Hayden Block, the Hawthorne Dining Room, of course, and the Fairmont Palliser, at the Keg in Market Mall and McLeod Trail, the Nash and Notable, and Perlou, which is in Palliser. I haven't been yet, but I've heard amazing things about Perlou. In Edmonton, Ernest Dining Room at Nate, Rebel, Sabor, Sawmill Banquet and Catering, Share in the Weston and Workshop Eatery. In Grand Prairie, we have Brown Social House and The Office. In Medicine Hat, Moxie's Bar and Grill. And in Red Deer, Brown Social House and The Cake. So thanks to all of them for feeding us so well tonight.
And thanks to you. It takes an awful lot of people to keep the wheels turning at Ronald McDonald House. And if tonight's any indication of the support that we can count on in the months and years ahead, we are in a really good place.
Yeah.
And we're lucky. Julie, thanks to you. Julie Van Rosendahl, our host today. The hostess as the mostess, as you often say in food circles. And we appreciate you making a contribution to what we're doing today and at other times.
And I didn't even have to cook. I just had to show up and eat. So thank you for doing what you do. It's such an important service for families who are just dealing with so much, you know, and so to provide that emotional and all kinds of support is fantastic.
Julie, I noticed how quickly you cut from I didn't even have to cook to that latter part of the speech, and we're going to remedy that.
Okay.
We're going to get you into the Ronald McDonald House to cook a meal for some families. I hope you guys all have a great night and have a wonderful holiday. Of course, donations are open until November the 23rd at 8 o'clock. So if you don't have a chance to get onto your computer, your tablet, your telephone today, I know we can count on you to do that within the next couple of days. Take good care.
Thank you for joining us.